Hey guys, I'll be reacting to the Jets versus 49ers game. I was gonna say 49ers versus Jets, but 49ers were at home. I know who won, I know who lost. They were two good offenses on paper. I'm gonna take my headset off because I hate hearing myself talk while I'm talking. It's so weird. Um, Two good offenses. One has a better offensive coordinator, obviously. So, like I said, I know who lost, but it's understandable week one, especially on the road. Um, so let's get to it.
For Rodgers. Floyd was
Screenplay.
there, and it's a
Whoa,
little
fumble.
flip, a catch, a fumble by
Man,
Hall, and a
it looked like
recovery
it
by the
was. Oh,
49ers.
okay. So I guess the Jets were on defense first. Okay.
Third down and 7. Purdy, he and Samuel on separate. And Moody drills it.
What's that? That's man across the board. Yeah, if you want to play man against Rodgers, you got to play the receivers. That's why I always say, like, the greats are great because they know the matchups, they know what the defense is in, they do their blocking adjustments, they ID the mic, they do everything pre snap. So they're not going to get got if they have the right protection set. They all the greats have had the best like centers. You look at Aaron Rodgers. I know he had probably a decent center. Tom Brady. I don't remember his center, but everywhere Tom Brady's been, which has been for the Patriots, and I believe just the Buccaneers. Yeah, he had great centers, but like early in his career, I believe Tom Brady had a great center for setting the protection. So for IDing the mic, setting the protection, and then he came into his own and worked on that himself. And then Rodgers had that. Um, my Eagles had that somewhat, yeah, with Jason Kelsey. Um, so you have the protection set. You have an idea what the coverage is, if it's man, if it's zone. You know, you know what your matchups are. The quarterbacks will take it a step further than your average quarterback. Um, it's usually one or two things that an average quarterback isn't doing pre-snap. Probably like they're not fully reading the defense, or they don't fully have the protection set, and you'd be surprised how uh important it is to have a great like running back to block, because if you don't have a great running back to block, then you could have Tom Brady, you could have Peyton Manning, you could have Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, and tell the running back who to block. But if they're not willing, if they're shying away, or they're still picking up the wrong guy, it's going to be on that running back. But it's going to, if the quarterback throws a pick, fumbles, it's on the quarterback too. So everybody gets blamed. But, all 11 guys got to do their job. They blocked it up well. Yep. I mean, that's what most of these quarterbacks do against the blitz. If they're not going to have any in-breaking routes, out-breaking routes.
7, and the pass is caught by Wilson. Wilson wore number 5 at Ohio State, used to wear 17 with the Jets. Here's Brees Hall. Good throw, good catch, good play.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
Underneath Wilson, first down Jets.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. My Eagles were thinking of getting Wilson from the Jets when he came out of I forgot what college he played, but It's funny. I wanted Jameson Williams, and I believe we end up getting Devonta Smith. I'm not sure that year. I don't know if that was the year we got AJ Brown or Devonta Smith, but I remember thinking Wilson. He was like, I guess, an Eagles fan or from the area, like New York, New Jersey. So makes sense. Jets got him, but I believe he said he was a fan of the Eagles. So, but I was like, hey, it's not enough. Like, I saw his tape. Like, something didn't seem right with me when I looked at his tape. I was like, where's this hype? What is it? You know, what's going on? Like, I thought he was decent. Like after the catch, but I didn't think he was as great as they were talking about. You know, I didn't think he was as good as they were talking about. So, you know, maybe I should have did some more breakdown, but my Eagles didn't end up drafting him anyway. So it would have been pointless to watch some breakdown videos of him. You know, sometimes players from college that don't look like they have an elite like skill or attribute or trait. Maybe they work on something. Um, you know, yeah.
There he is again. Nice
Okay,
move
that's
by
Wilson
Wilson.
again.
Another one, and he sits down between the yellow line and the goal line. Handoff to Hall. Touchdown,
Okay.
Jets.
All right. I'm surprised they even had a 7-3 lead.
And fired up.
I don't know how to
that
feel about
possession go down the field
Coach
and end up in the end
Salah
zone.
looking
boy,
like
that
fired
looked like
up.
something
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
that drive by the New York Jets. Jets fans are at home. They hadn't
he's
seen many of
intense,
those.
but
That was crisp. Everyone was executing their assignments. They go right down the field against a really
that's
good
a little
defense.
weird.
First time
He's a
they'd all
defensive-minded
practiced
coach, I
together since last
believe.
year's Super Bowl. So it's shown here in the early going
I guess
tonight.
I'm not surprised.
Mason, big
I shouldn't be
run.
surprised
And then lowers the
for
boom
seeing a
on Tony
defensive-minded
Adams.
coach
You've
get
got an opportunity, and that was a nice
fired up
hole
for their
Jordan
offense,
Mason.
scoring
Here's
a touchdown.
Samuel broke one tackle and lowers his shoulder as he takes
Yeah, I
it
heard
into Jets
McCaffrey was out in
territory.
this game,
$6 million extension.
but
Yes,
I
sir.
also
All due
heard
respect to
Mason,
Patrick Surtain.
Here's
whatever his
Ayuk
name
with
is,
a catch
did a good
and a
job.
first down at the 35.
The Ayuk, it's crazy, man.
Here is a toss to Debo
Oh,
going backward.
oh my
Long
God.
way to go.
Oh, that's got to be Debo. Who is
Making
that?
tackles, but he lost
I don't think
yards.
that's Debo. Debo's 19, right? Who the hell
Good
is
snap,
that?
good hold. And toss to Debo going backward. Long way to go. Breaking tackles, but he lost yards.
Junior, somebody junior.
Good. Here is a toss to Debo going backward. Long way to go.
Wait, is it?
Breaking tackles, but he lost yards.
I'll find out later. If I see
Good
Samuel
snap,
one
good
like
hold,
somebody else,
and good kick.
they wasted a third-round pick on the kicker.
It's third down and 4.
I
Rodgers
feel
in
like
trouble.
whenever a team uses an earlier round pick on a kicker or punter, you got to think it's one of two things. They're either not great when it comes to scouting kickers, and that's understandable. Most of the league is probably there, maybe 80-90%. Who knows? I don't know the number, but it makes sense that you would want to scout like other players first, skill players, players in the trenches, skill players, all that, But to spend a third round pick. I mean, guys, every single draft you get guys in the 5th and 6th round. The 5th and 6th round for kickers and punters is like the 2nd or 3rd round. Like, come on. A 3rd round pick.
Down, and so is Rodgers at the 30. Terrell Davis was a 6th-round pick.
I
went to the
want
Hall
to say
of
something
Fame.
about Rodgers. Like, man, like what do Packers fans think? You know, I mean, they got their guy now, Jordan Love, but you know, it's amazing too. By the way, to go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, I was like, there's no way. I'm like, this like great quarterback, like history's got to stop, right? It's like you go from Aaron Rodgers, who, yeah, he has a legendary like Hall of Fame career, but Aaron Rodgers is like at least twice as good as Brett Favre, and Brett Favre was my guy. Brett Favre was up there with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady with me, and Drew Brees. Uh, but Aaron Rodgers was Mahomes before Mahomes. You know, it's amazing to see how Jordan Love is like. It's almost like he's becoming like a little bit of Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes, and I really didn't know how much of an impact Aaron Rodgers was going to have. I thought maybe like mentally he would have an impact, but um, there were doubts, I believe, on Jordan Love. Obviously, when you're a backup and not starting, you know, even when he faced my Eagles, when Aaron Rodgers either wasn't there or was out of the game or whatever, um, he executed the offense, but I didn't see what I'm seeing from Jordan Love now. So, and I gotta say, like, man, I never seen that before, where a quarterback switches team, a quarterback who's like, you know, up there in age, like he's probably like 42 or something, 40, 42 years old, and literally gets injured on the first or second drive or something for the whole season. It's crazy.
Making the team as a special teamer.
Brock
Here's
Purdy, you know,
takes off and goes head first for 10.
he executes the offense. And that's Tom Brady made a living of taking what the coaches told him to do, executing, and you know, in my opinion, was a scheme quarterback.
Debo, jet sweep.
He was a scheme quarterback, but throughout his career, I feel like, could he have made it work with any offense? Well, obviously not any offense, but you know, most offenses, yeah.
He almost loses the ball as
would Brady have won as many Super Bowls as he has if he didn't have the right players, the right scheme, the right coaches, the right coordinators, assistant coaches, the right people in his ear? Like, probably not. And if he would have been drafted earlier, would he have had that? Would he have still had that chip on his shoulder?
Purdy protected, floats it for Kittle.
He was a backup from Michigan, so I believe, or he was a starter, but maybe for 1 year or 2 years or a year and a half. So to be drafted in the 6th round, you really shouldn't be upset, or wherever he was drafted.
All right, 3rd down and 3.
But
there he is. Debo, first down inside.
Like if he was drafted, it is Debo.
But a gain of 15.
Whoa, he changed his number. Oh, that makes sense. A lot of players are changing numbers.
Good protection.
Zone, cover 3.
Jennings.
Yeah,
first down
that's where I go against
15,
cover 3.
And a timeout taken by Kyle Shanahan.
Just perfectly.
You know, you got the shallower zone linebackers, and then
Purdy steps up.
You know,
end zone not there, and Ayuk the closest one to it. And the second-year pro is 3 for 3.
Yeah, it's Moody, right? Who's the kicker from, I remember last year.
Rodgers with the Achilles injury. I mean, he's 40 years old, and it's going to take some time to get loose out there.
16 to 7,
start
yeah.
Getting something going, because you've got to believe here in week 1, this defense is getting fatigued in that first half.
Pressure on Purdy. Samuel makes the catch. Gets a block from Juszczyk, and has a first down.
Some of it's blocking. Because, you know, if he doesn't have good blocking downfield, he's obviously it's going to limit what he can do. But, man, I believe they said he was a running back in the past. he must have had significant time playing running back. Like he must have did it. He must have done it in high school and maybe a little bit in college. Obviously, he did probably
Second and
did it in
goal.
college
Mason
too.
bobbling it, but a touchdown.
20. It's gonna be 23-7.
You got the double team here, and then watch Kittle and
You know,
Deebo Samuel and the job
the Jets aren't like the
and how they
Buccaneers.
just
You know,
open it
they
up.
may have a roster that was close to the
Jason,
Buccaneers when
Jordan
Tom
Mason,
Brady played
you
for the
have to
Buccaneers,
then see
but
the couldn't be happier for him.
I believe they're a
But there's
young
a lot
team
of people
too.
that are making it
So
special because they've opened up some nice holes for him.
that offensive line, the blocking
Hall
looks.
has got
I
a
mean,
nice catch
sometimes
and
play
He's
action
yet to have a catch.
will give you more blocking.
Play
Another
action
play
from
action.
Rodgers again. Pressure off the
Alright.
edge, and the pass is broken
Oh,
up and now
shit.
picked off. Intercepted by Flanagan Fowles.
I literally
Under
threw a
Nick
pick like that in
Sorensen,
Madden. They
first-time
batted it
defensive
like
coordinator,
towards the
they have
sideline. There
really
were
been
two
balling
guys.
tonight.
Here is
And I did
Mason
play,
on second and 10.
I played online.
Carrying tacklers for a first down.
Not sure who was. Dolphins
he hasn't
or
spoken
Ravens.
to Reddick either. He said, we've just got to win without him right now.
2 sacks tonight by the Jets. This one is broken up. And a nice play by Tony Adams.
Well, at least it was third down, and they held them to 3. If they picked it off.
And Moody hits the upright and banks it in.
You know, they've got an improved offensive line for sure.
What a throw.
What?
Catch.
I
And
thought that
there's
was going to be
Lazard.
thrown out of bounds or something.
They're
Oh,
gonna get a
free play. I
Rodgers
believe.
is
Wait.
the master
Yeah.
at it, and a touchdown by Lazard. Nobody in the league has thrown more touchdowns on
Lazard,
free
okay.
plays than Aaron Rodgers.
So they let the play go on. I think it's a timing thing. Like, you
And that's
know,
when
the
Rodgers
referees
throws
were
down
late
deep.
As soon as
on
he knows he's got a
the
free
whistle.
play, he knows
Would make
immediately
sense
then who his
on that
vertical is, and it's Alan Lazard, and just a
But every time my
perfectly
Eagles,
thrown ball.
like, they try to do something
They
like
have the
that,
single high look,
they don't
so
let
they're
us
working
play
the
on.
seams anyway.
It does make sense, though.
come
If
away
they
with
get
a
to the
touchdown.
quarterback, you know, like, if that guy keeps, like, if he doesn't, like, back out,
Two-point try.
the whistle's going to be late. But if he keeps going or other guys get close to the quarterback, they're going to blow the whistle. That's what it is, because I noticed it in
Brandon
preseason
Ayuk, Deebo Samuel,
when
George
I
Kittle.
believe they got close
Big
to
toss.
our backup quarterback.
Purdy over the middle, and he's got
From,
Jennings. Good to see him back in the game after limping off earlier. He's got another first down. Laura coming up after this
From
second and 8.
whatchamacallit, being offsides.
Purdy, Samuel,
And they were coming
the
real
catch,
quick.
the turn,
And
there he goes.
if they didn't blow that
Deebo
whistle,
down inside
yeah,
the
McKee maybe
35.
gets the ball out there and maybe somebody makes a play, but he would have been killed.
What amazing ideas do you have?
Here we go.
buzzing
I mean, I
around
should
your
have
head?
switched to my
Turn your ideas into
fiance's
reality with an
YouTube
Azure
account
free
because
account.
I'm paying
Azure
for
gives you
YouTube Premium on that
everything you
account.
need
You
to
think I'm
build
gonna get it on
both
2
cloud and
accounts?
hybrid environments.
No way.
Scale workloads, create cloud-connected mobile experiences, and so much more. Start building in the cloud today.
Okay, let's skip
Sign
that.
up for an
Spencer Burford is taking over at left guard for the 49ers. Here's one to Ayuk.
Oh, man.
Able to get the feet down and a nice throw and catch.
Like, I judge a quarterback
This is
based
snap
off,
number
you know,
65.
if he can he make every throw,
Remarkable.
how is he against the pressure.
Good protection. Pass is caught. Jennings to the 5.
I gotta say, when I look at a lot of teams, the 49ers receivers aren't just like good
23
because
yards and a
you know,
nice night for Moody.
You know, I'm
they
not
have
surprised
physical
he's
traits,
played every
but
snap. When I
they do a
visited
good
with him
job
on
like that,
Saturday,
coming back to the ball, doing the
felt
little
like he was-
things to
that's
help
what
out
he
the
was gonna do.
quarterback.
There's
I do not
Lazard.
see that with my Eagles.
Yards
It's
and a touchdown.
as an Eagles fan of
Makes Campbell miss, and
I became an Eagles fan like right before the Super Bowl, like 2000 and the 2002 season, 2002.
Brees Hall won't get it.
Got one-on-one on the edges with these receivers.
Jets spread him out. And is broken up. Play is made by Isaac
You know,
Yedem. Made that play knocking
I always
it
felt
away
like Aaron
from
Rodgers
Garrett
always went
Wilson. Here's Mason.
like
Down the
they always had a
sideline.
lot of in-breaking routes,
And
in-breaking
with a good
routes,
start to this drive
flats,
for the 49ers.
posts, like
An exceptional win against what everyone believes
short
is gonna
down
be a quality
situations. You know they're
opponent.
gonna try to play
in the
you
Cleveland
like
Browns.
tight, and referees
Purdy
gotta
in
know
trouble
that too.
gets
So coaches talk
to
to
the
referees
ground.
before the
Those are
game and
huge
during the game
games to
too,
start
saying
their
like, hey,
years.
42-yard drive for Moody.
we're at home, so make sure you know.
What a night. Getting it done finally, and
the penalties you're gonna call on us have to be blatant or something.
Here's Hall. And a nice carry out near
But
midfield.
32-13, I did not expect that.
He's just 20 years old. He is
And I know a lot of people didn't expect that because a lot of people picked the Jets to win because of possible Super Bowl hangover. I don't believe in that. It's happened, but I don't believe in it. Just like the Madden curse, I don't believe in it.
Here is Taylor down inside the 5.
But here's the thing. A lot of players on the Madden cover were questionable guys. I think a couple players beat the curse, but you know,
34-year-old quarterback in his 13th year.
like some of the Madden cover guys, I'm not gonna lie. Michael Vick will even tell you himself he wasn't where he wanted to be, where he needed to be in his career in 2004, which was probably only like his second or third year. Who knows? He wasn't where he was,
25 seconds left.
mentally as a quarterback. He was mostly a running quarterback. So, and hey, he was like Lamar before Lamar, but
an impressive start here tonight. And he may now have a 1-2 punch.
They made it close, make it look close at the end.
With McCaffrey and Mason.
So that's 13 points. Yeah, I did know they lost by 2 scores, like 13, 14 points, but I didn't know it was like not even close. Alright guys, there you have it. If you guys enjoyed the video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.